On the Jacksonville sideline, there is their head coach. His team comes in rested and ready off the midseason bye week. On the other side, Chiefs head coach Andy Reid. His team also on the bye last week, so both teams should come in here with fresh legs and ready to go. Mike Tirico and Greg Olsen with you. That's Cam Little set to start this. Off we go on Sunday Night Football. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. So out comes the Kansas City offense to take over for the first time. And there is the guy at the top of the game, Patrick Mahomes, their quarterback.
Everyone loves to dive into whether a bye comes at a good time, a bad time, and I really just think it's a matter of perspective. So here we got a team that was hot. They were rolling, multiple wins going into their bye week, and I can tell you what, the energy around that building, going into a bye, know you're playing really good ball, it makes that week a lot better, certainly, than the alternative.
Mahomes now to throw on second down. He'll throw it left and has his running back. We'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 9.
Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. He's going to look deep for Tyreek. That is incomplete. Well read that time defensively, making it difficult downfield, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. And the Chiefs will punt the ball away. Good coverage by the punt team. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up. The Jacksonville offense ready to go to work for the first time. Leading them out, the former #1 overall pick back in the 2021 draft. It's Trevor Lawrence.
You think back just a few years ago, Mike, Trevor Lawrence coming out of Clemson, he was regarded as one of the top quarterback prospects of the last decade, and at times he's fit the billing, but it's been the inconsistency, protect the ball, turnovers. If he can clean up a lot of those miscues, he could be one of the top quarterbacks in this league.
So after the loss on first, here's 2nd and 14. Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 8.
Lawrence from the gun here on 3rd down. That one too far out in front. It is incomplete.
Remember what they told us, Mike, leading up to this game. They said it is so critical for us to find success, especially on 3rd down. We want to maintain possession, extend these drives. Well, the first crack comes up and they fail through the air, and we're going to have to regroup and be able to have better success throughout the remainder of this game.
Patrick Mahomes going to lead the KC offense back out for this next drive. And he continues to be a nightmare for teams trying to defend in the red zone. Look at this graphic. 2nd in the NFL in terms of rushing touchdowns by a QB. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down.
He was brought down at the 45-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete.
Brings up 3rd down.
On 3rd down, Mahomes. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. They get 20 on the connection, and the Chiefs have a 1st down.
At the 35-yard line.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. If you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 1.
He'll try to pick this one up on the ground. And it looks like he's going to have that first down. He will, not by a whole lot, but he's got it enough. They convert on 3rd down.
1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Here's the first carry for Tank Bigsby. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
No gain on the
Great job by that linebacker timing his blitz. He didn't give any indication to the offense that he was coming. And he's able to get through that hole and take the ball carrier down for a loss.
Mahomes now on 2nd down. He'll get this out to his running back. And this yields nothing. He's out of bounds right at the line of scrimmage.
Brings up 3rd down and 9.
Mahomes going to throw here on 3rd down. Taking off, he'll try to get there. And he will easily pick up the first down. They've got 1st and goal coming up.
A gain of 19 yards. That's another Kansas City Chiefs. 1st down. 1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
The defensive line has to do a better job of contain rushing, especially on 3rd down. Mike, you can't rush one-on-one. You have to rush as a unit. Keep the quarterback in the pocket. And when you let him get loose, this is what's going to happen.
Line of scrimmage remains the 4-yard line. It's 2nd and goal.
2nd and goal.
From the shotgun, it's a give up the middle. And he won't quite get in. Down to the 1, setting up 3rd and goal.
Gain of 3 yards.
They'll try to sneak it here. And he's able to get the ball across the goal line. He's in. Patrick Mahomes. Touchdown, Kansas City. It's his 4th rushing touchdown of the year.
But you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their 2nd possession.
From the 6, here comes a return. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line. The Jaguars offense about ready to get going on their 2nd possession. They were forced to punt the first time through. It led to a touchdown, so down 7-0 as they get the ball back for 1st and 10. On 1st down, Lawrence.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
He'll inch forward for maybe a yard. Leo Chenal, the linebacker, there for the tackle.
And after that short run, puts them a little bit closer to the 1st down marker. And they're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
Trying to find any seam he can, but the push too strong in the middle. He didn't get there. It's 4th down. They'll run the sneak, and he's going to have a Jags 1st down. They find a way to keep the drive going with the 4th down conversion. They'll run here with Walker, and he is fortunate to get past the line of scrimmage. Call it a yard at most. Mason Smith on the stop. They'll try to set up the screen here with Walker. And he's going to be out of bounds at the 41. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Straight ahead, it's Walker. And he shows off those strong legs running through one tackle. Give him a gain of 8. Now after the play, looks like we have an injury for one of the Chiefs. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. From the 33, here's 2nd and 2. Here comes the jet sweep. And he's in! Jacoby Myers! Touchdown, Jacksonville. It's his 4th touchdown on the year.
Just a great way to finish off a drive, and it was something they thought they had a matchup advantage all week long, was in the ground game. And you can see here, they executed at the offensive line. He got some nice blocks downfield from his wide receivers and tight ends, and he was able to do the rest.
Extra point by Little is good. And the Jaguars will tie things up at 7-7 here in the opening quarter. We're all tied, 7 apiece, and the kick's away. This will be returned from the 6. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. On the sideline, the unmistakable Andy Reid as the Chiefs take the field once more. All even here in this opening quarter. And the drive will begin with first down. Off the play fake, here's Mahomes. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
It's now
2nd and 10. Throwing now, Mahomes. To the left side, in the hands of Rice. 3rd, they need 8.
A 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
Patrick to throw. That is incomplete, but there is a flag down. Big call here. It was 3rd down. Here's their punter now. And John's a punt for the 2nd time in this opening quarter. And not much doing there. They made sure he would not get free. Here comes the Jacksonville offense now, heading back onto the field. They'll begin with 1st and 10. This drive starts on the ground with Walker. It's a pickup of about 3 to the 28-yard line. 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 28-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's Lawrence. That one just too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
Seems like there was some miscommunication that time. They clearly weren't on the same page. That's something that they've got to get on the sideline and get corrected as soon as possible, because I think they just missed out on what could have been a big play.
This one just too far for the receiver, out in front of him. That one falls incomplete. Here's Logan Cook now, as he's on to punt for the 2nd time.
4th down.
This is taken at his own 30. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. Play action here. Mahomes. He's taken down, but just shy of midfield.
Kansas City Chiefs.
So we are through 1 here on Sunday Night Primetime. Pair of 7s on the scoreboard. We'll be back in Kansas City after this. The Chiefs have it here to start quarter number 2, as they've got it with 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Mahomes. His fullback releasing, and he's going to bring it in. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
On 2nd down, Mahomes. This one complete to Hill. He'll be brought down. It was a nice pickup, but a penalty flag on the play. Early indications of a hold. They're going to motion the tight end over here. Mahomes looking to throw on 2nd down. This one is complete along the sideline. A very nice job to fit that ball in. It'll be a modest gain. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. 16-yard pickup on that one. First down, KC.
The 41-yard line.
And what really stands out about this drive is the ability of the quarterback to really spread the ball around to multiple targets. It puts so much pressure on the defense, deciding who do they want to account for, because no matter who they try to take away, quarterback's doing a nice job of finding the open man.
Work to do now as they come up on second and long. He takes off.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. Little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good gain.
Mahomes now out of the gun here on third down. And they're going to track him down. He couldn't find a receiver, and down he goes.
He has to do a better job identifying where the pressure is coming from, Mike, before the ball is snapped. He's got to get this ball out of his hand, to his outlet, to his hot receiver. But then once he senses the pressure, he kind of panics, and it's an easy sack, and it's going to bring up fourth down.
And he didn't give the Gunners a chance to get down there and make the play for him. It's into the end zone, and a touchback. The Jags offense and Kenneth Walker ready to take over once more. As we take a look at the league leaders in receiving touchdowns, he tops all other NFL running backs to this point in the season. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain. Lawrence now on second down. They'll look to set up the screen here. Oh, yeah. And it looks like he's going to come up just short of the first down. Out of bounds. A yard shy of what they needed. They'll have to pick it up on third down. It's the quarterback with the sneak. Trying to find any seam he can, but the push too strong in the middle. He didn't get there. It's fourth down. On comes the punter now, as he is on to punt for Jacksonville. Oh, hello. He is stopped in his tracks on that one. They made sure that return was not going any farther. The Chiefs offense ready to get back to work. They'll work in a tie game here in the second quarter and get started with first and 10. They'll begin here on the ground. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And that's it. They'll try again. It's second and 10.
At the 32-yard line.
The RPO. That one is complete. Let's get about 6 before he's taken down.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it third and 4.
Third and short. Here's Patrick. And he will have a first down, but I don't think that's going to stay. They're already heading backwards. That's on the big man, Super Bowl champion Trey Smith. Third and long for Mahomes. Rolling right. He'll try and get there on the ground. And he'll be taken down as he takes it just shy of midfield. The defense blows a chance to get off the field as the offense converts. Third and 14.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Having a quarterback with this ability to run is such an X factor in today's NFL. It's an element of their offense that you have to be prepared for on every single play. Here we see it on third down. Starts out as a pass. Nowhere to go with the ball. He tucks it, turns into a runner. Picks up the first down.
And he'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line.
That's another.
Here's first and 10.
Chiefs. First down. First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him. Trayvon Walker Walker, the former first overall pick, in there for the sack.
What really stood out about that last play is the job the quarterback did keeping his eyes downfield despite the pocket collapsing around him. He was able to shake off that first guy, but by the time he did, allowed the rest of that rush to get home, and they were able to clean things up.
And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
That's another Kansas City Chiefs. First down. First and 10.
On the handoff, this is Bigsby. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too. Now, after the play, looks like we have an injury for one of the Chiefs. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12. A handoff as they try to run it here. And trying some oohs and ahs from the crowd. Sidestepping his way. Nifty gain of 9 there.
A gain of 9.
You know, I think every running back's dream is that he's going to run through a wide open hole and have breakaway touchdowns, but that's not necessarily the case very often in the NFL. So the backs that are the best are the ones that can get more yardage than the...
And he does all he can to get away, but they're going to get him right at the line of scrimmage, and it will bring up fourth down.
And that's a big-time play. It felt like they really needed it, Mike. That was a drive where the offense seemed to be in complete control. Anytime on the defense where you find yourself on your heels, you're giving up big plays, you're giving up fresh set of downs, you need a spark. You need something to change the momentum of the drive, and we'll see if that was it right there. And I think this is going to end up being considered a successful drive, Mike. I think obviously you would have loved to see them come down and convert and score a touchdown. But at the very least, they needed to come away with 3. They were able to do that and take a lead on that field goal.
He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Jaguars offense ready to take over once more. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with first and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Lawrence. That's dropped off for Walker. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
Second and 3.
The run up the middle, it's Walker. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line. They'll pick up 23 on that one. That's good for a Jaguars first down. Back to throw. Lawrence. To the left side, it is caught by Myers. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
A gain of 4. It's now second and 6.
Here's second and 6.
39-yard line.
Lawrence. That's going to be incomplete. Good work by the defender. Bodied his man up. Wouldn't allow the catch. It'll force third down.
It's third down. And 6 yards to go.
To throw is Lawrence. He'll get this complete to Walker. Second time they've connected on the drive, and this one goes for 17 yards.
And the Jaguars first down. First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
That last completion's going to go a long way towards at least finishing this 2-minute drive, Mike, with some points. You're already in field goal range, so now the idea is continue to work the clock down, take a couple shots at the end zone. You want to get points, ideally a touchdown, but either way, you have the ball last before the end of the second quarter.
A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. So after back-to-back incompletions, it is now third and 10. Now here's Lawrence. And that is incomplete.
We're starting to see a lot of this on third down, Mike, where they're going to rely on the run after catch to pick up these third down conversions. So you know what that depends on? You have to actually complete the ball. And in this case, it falls incomplete, brings up fourth down. And that's really well done here, Mike. I mean, everything's in rhythm. A good snap, a good hold, and a good kick ties this game.
All level at 10. as this one's kicked off. From the 6, here comes a return. Yeah. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. So here comes the KC offense set to take over once more. They'll start out first down and 10. From the shotgun, that's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Antonio Johnson.
Mike, these are just throws you're not accustomed to seeing, especially from a quarterback that has played this much football. He's been around the NFL for a long time. He's got to make better decisions. Costly mistakes like that are going to kill his team.
The Jaguars offense ready to get back at it. They'll start in outstanding field position, looking for a way to break our tie. First and 10 now from the 36. Now Lawrence. Quick throw here is complete. The Jags will use the first of their timeouts here, and they'll get together prior to the second down play.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
Looking for his tight end on the corner route. He's got it. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line. They get 18 on that one. First down, Jacksonville. Now a timeout for Jacksonville. They're second, and they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go until halftime. Space getting tight here, down to the 13-yard line. They work first and 10. Throwing is Lawrence. This pass is caught by Thomas. Now the Chiefs going to call the first of their timeouts. Clock stops with a little under a minute to go in their second quarter. They face second down and 7. To throw is Lawrence. That one taken in. Touchdown Jaguars.
Touchdown Jacksonville.
Here's Cam Little for the PAT. He's got it. And the Jaguars go up by 7. It is now 17 to 10.
17. Chiefs 10.
Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. Here he is, Tyreek Hill back to return. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Chiefs offense going to see what they can do in the final minute of this first half. Find themselves trailing 17 to 10 now as they come up with first down and 10. To throw is Mahomes. They'll try to set up the screen here. And he's going to be out of bounds at the 40-yard line.
Good for a Kansas City Chiefs. First down. First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Mahomes quickly out to right. Now KC going to use the second of their timeouts. They stop it here with just under 40 seconds until halftime.
Second and 7. At the
Mahomes now to throw on second down. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up third down.
It's a gain of 3.
We'll send a tight end in motion right. The Chiefs will use their third and final timeout here as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining until halftime. It's 3rd and 4. They send one of the tight ends in motion to the left. On 3rd down, Mahomes. He is hit before he can get rid of it, and down he goes.
We're starting to see in these passing situations, Mike, this defensive line is starting to have their way against this group up front because right now, their pass protection is breaking down and this quarterback's paying the price for it.
Here's the punter now. He's on to punt it for the 4th time tonight. Nearly a good one. And hit at the 6, but continues in the end zone. It's a touchback.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. We're officially on to the second half of the season, Week 10. The playoff race starting to faintly take shape. Let's get into it. Our tour around the NFL starts now. We begin at MetLife Stadium. The New York Football Giants at home to take on the Eagles in the NFC East. And it's Jalen Hurts. He's directing the offense well. This one goes for 29 yards, touchdown. Meanwhile, let's check in on the Dolphins as they play host to the LA Rams. And it's Daniel Bellinger. He's going to find an opening down the field and pull this one in. 52 yards, touchdown. The Rams move their mark to 8-1 as they get the victory. Lastly, let's go to Nashville. It's the Titans taking on the Houston Texans. And it's C.J. Stroud. He connects. It's a 16-yard touchdown. The Texans find a way to pull this one out as they escape with the narrow win. And here's a look at the rest of the action that's going on, the risers and the fallers around the NFL here in Week 10. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been back and forth to this point. No reason to expect anything different in the second half. As we get you back out to the second half and rejoin Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. The Jaguars offense and Kenneth Walker ready to take over once more. And he has been a tough guy to contain all season long, as reflected in those numbers that you see there. On the ground, it's Walker to start the drive. He's able to get away from one man, but the reinforcements were there fast. He's taken down for a loss on the play. Here's a 2nd and 12. From the shotgun, it's Lawrence. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Trent McDuffie. And he's going to be looking at a short field for the offense after the INT. Chance to tie the game or even take the lead.
So we saw in the first half, Mike, they were willing to take some risks. It allowed them to build this halftime lead. Now the opposing sideline, they're looking to fight back. They're looking to cut that lead down. That's what that coverage seemed. It looked like they baited that quarterback to force that errant throw and lead to that turnover. Now it's their offense coming back on the field with a chance to cut this deficit.
On the sideline, the unmistakable Andy Reid as the Chiefs take the field once more. They can get back into this quickly now. Very short field ahead. It is 1st and 10. He's going to tuck it and go. And he'll be out of bounds down at the 15-yard line.
A gain of 12 yards. And a Kansas City
Tight end
Chiefs.
going in motion here.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 15-yard.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
Looked like that might have been a RPO, a run-pass option. The quarterback has the ability to put the ball in the belly of the running back or pull it on the pass. Looked like you might have been better off pulling that one because he handed it off, and there was nowhere for that running back to go.
To the outside, catch made by Worthy. And he'll get forward, give him about 4 yards before getting out of bounds, and that's going to bring up 3rd down.
3rd and 6.
Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. that is caught by the tight end. Touchdown, Chiefs. His 4th TD grab of the season. Greg, it's the quarterback's best friend, and you were that guy for a lot of years. The tight end in a tight area with man coverage.
Yeah, and it's really twofold, Mike, right? First and foremost, we see so many of these tight ends around the league that now have gotten to the point where one-on-one matchups, that's advantage offense. But then even in the cases they don't create great separation, Mike, it's their size, their catch radius. It's such a friendly target for the quarterback that when things get tight in the red zone, they look to the tight end.
So back to level after the touchdown. Time for the kickoff. He fields it at the 8. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. Play is stopped. We have an injury to one of the Jaguars. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. On 1st and 10, here comes Walker. And he'll get about 5.
Tackle made at the 38-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
From the 38 now, here's 2nd and 5. Once again, it's Walker. He'll push forward for about a yard. Nick Bolton, the linebacker, there for the stop.
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. 3rd and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
And that is incomplete.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
The Chiefs offense ready to take over once again. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Mahomes. Looking down the field there, but it falls incomplete. He'll try again here, 2nd and 10.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 20.
To throw is Mahomes. No one open, he'll drop it to his running back. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down.
It's 3rd and 7.
Now Mahomes. On the move left. He'll try to run for it.
Number 15, Patrick Mahomes
on comes the Chiefs punter, as he'll come on to kick for the 5th time here tonight. Taken at the 19. Oh, looked like he was a seam for a moment, but he's taken down after a solid return. The Jags offense and Kenneth Walker ready to take over once more. And you look at his numbers as a pass catcher in this one. They've lined him up in different spots, shifted him around. They've made a real weapon in the passing game. That is incomplete. No way to force the football in there. Good coverage. It'll bring up 2nd down.
The 35-yard line.
They go play action for Lawrence. He's going to let one go, looking for Myers. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose, and it's going to force 3rd down. Lawrence now. Got his receiver on the in-cut. He's got it. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a 1st down.
A gain of 12. And a Jaguar 1st down.
And this is what can happen when you're so worried about protecting the sticks, Mike. You force them to throw the ball underneath, but then you've got to be able to rally the ball and tackle. But they weren't able to do it before he gets to the line to gain, and he ends up picking up the 1st down anyway.
And he's going to be out of bounds down at the 30. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10.
That's another Jaguars first down.
Play action now. It's Lawrence. Inside the 10, it is caught. And he's going to be taken down.
4 more yards.
They get 24 on that one. And just like that, it's first and goal.
First and goal, Jacksonville.
A couple of big plays, one after the other, and now it's first and goal. Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. That one incomplete. The defender right there to make the play. And it's second down.
Really nice job there defensively, adjusting on the fly. They loaded up with a lot of big bodies to stop the run. And then it was the big tight end that tried to leak out towards the back of the boundary. So they were able to get there just in time.
And he will take this one across into the end zone. Trevor Lawrence. Touchdown, Jacksonville. He's got another one. His second touchdown of the evening. The defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed as the quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown.
And down here in the red zone, Mike, is where I think a quarterback's legs could be the most dangerous. The defenders are trying to match backs, match tight ends and receivers, but often it's the quarterback that has no one assigned to him, and in this case, he's able to capitalize and run it in himself.
Little now following the touchdown, out to kick this one away. Tyreek now to return it. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Chiefs offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a first down. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
On second down, Mahomes. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. Didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up third down. Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. This caught right side by Worthy. A pickup of 14 on that one. Good for a Chiefs first down.
That's good for a Kansas City Chiefs first down.
Every quarterback's dream is, can I get the ball out of my hand as fast as possible and get it to a guy that can do the rest after the catch? And it seems like nowadays throughout the entire league, the best offenses thrive in yards after the catch.
Incomplete. Brings up second and 10.
So second down, and they'll run it. He'll work forward for a couple. Caleb Ransall in on the tackle. They need 8 as they come up for third down. Mahomes back. And that is incomplete.
It's just so hard to be a good offense in the NFL, Mike, when you are not good on third down. Your inability to extend drives, it either puts a lot of pressure on your coaches to be aggressive on fourth down or simply punt or take a field goal. You have to maintain possession and give you more cracks to score touchdowns.
Here comes the Jacksonville offense now, heading back onto the field. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with first and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Lawrence. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
Brings up second and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Now second down throw for Lawrence. That one's incomplete. Good coverage there. Made it uncomfortable for the receiver. Couldn't hang with it, and it brings up third down.
And 10 yards to go.
To throw is Lawrence. That is incomplete, but there is a flag down. Big call here. It was third down. Punting unit comes on. Jaguars will kick it away. This kick hangs up, and the fair catch will be taken beyond the 35-yard line. The Chiefs offense ready to see what they can do. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. Trying to start on the ground. He'll get in behind his blockers, get forward for a pickup of 3. Antonio Johnson there on the stop. Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd down and 6. They'll stick with him again. And the defense there to meet him. They'll hold him to 2 and bring up 3rd down.
A gain of 2 on the play. Brings up 3rd and 4.
From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. That is incomplete, but there is a flag down. Big call here. It was 3rd down. So it's 4th down. They'll call on the punt team. And he couldn't get that one to check up. It'll keep bouncing into the end zone. It's a touchback. The Jaguars offense and Kenneth Walker ready to take over once more. And take a look at the early projections for the MVP award. Most people say his numbers now are good enough to at least be on the short list to take home the hardware. If you look at the stats, it's hard to disagree. And finally, they'll bring him down, but he's up beyond the 45-yard line. That one good for 26 yards.
1st down. A gain of 26 yards. 1st down.
Well, that's how you get a drive started. A big play here in the run game, and you have to imagine this is something we're going to continue to see. Success early in the drive typically results in success later in the drive.
Then he'll be run out of bounds. That's a good gain on 1st down. They pick up 7 yards.
Out of bounds at the 46-yard
2nd
line.
down, Lawrence. That one incomplete. Good job. Textbook there. Separated the man from the ball, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
Incomplete. It's 3rd down and 2 yards.
Back to throw. Lawrence. Got his man. It's complete to Thomas. And it looks like he's going to have the 1st down. The defense was right there, but a gain of 2. Good enough for the 1st down.
It's a gain of 3. 1st down, Jaguars.
Throwing is Lawrence. That's brought in by Myers. And it'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this 3rd quarter.
Brings up 2nd and 1 at the 34-yard line.
So both teams trade touchdowns in that frame as we get through the end of the 3rd quarter. And Sunday Night Primetime continues after this. From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd and a yard. Walker now gets us going here in the 4th quarter. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
A gain of 10 yards.
A gain there of 10 yards. That's good for a Jaguar. 1st down.
It's a gain of 10. And the Jaguars.
Keep it on the ground and keep it with Walker. This time they're ready for it. Room to run the last snap. Not this one. They stop him for no gain.
2nd and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Lawrence now on 2nd down. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down.
What started out as a promising drive seemed inevitable, Mike, with the way they were able to continue to move the ball, that they'd find themselves finishing with points. But after that 2nd down sack brings up 3rd and long, and this drive looks suddenly very different.
Here's Lawrence to throw. Oh, nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain.
Well, let's give the defense a little credit here. You talk about read and reacting quickly. They recognize the screen right out of the jump, and he's able to beat the blocker to the spot and keep him to no gain.
The kick is good.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
Tyreek now to return it. Crazy. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. On the sideline, the unmistakable Andy Reid as the Chiefs take the field once more. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Mahomes. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up 2nd down.
It's 2nd down and 10.
Here's Mahomes. That's into the hands of Worthy. Was brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
Throwing is Mahomes. Taking off. He'll try to get there.
A gain of 6.
Line of scrimmage is the 37-yard line for 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
On play over on him in a flash, and he lost the football. It looked like one of the Chiefs is able to recover, and they hold on to the ball.
And they should consider themselves lucky. You can't let a pass rusher through that quickly and not expect there to be consequences. Fortunately, they're at least able to fall on it and prevent this from being a complete disaster.
Mahomes looking to throw on 2nd down. I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a 3rd down.
Sets up a 3rd down and 18.
Here's Mahomes. And that is incomplete.
At this stage of the game, things haven't been going your way, so one more mistake, it could just be too much to overcome. So a nice decision there. Just throw it away out of bounds and give your team a fighting chance.
And how about that? Nice return there, picking his way up past the 35-yard line. The Jaguars offense and Kenneth Walker ready to take over once more. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the 4th quarter. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
Walker, the ball carrier, taken down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10.
From the shotgun, it's Lawrence. A throw there on 2nd down, going to be incomplete. 3rd and 10.
Thomas Jr. Incomplete. It's 3rd.
Lawrence. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And he'll be out of bounds, well short of the line to gain. And that'll set up 4th down. This will be returnable from his own 15. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. Patrick Mahomes going to lead the KC offense back out for this next drive. This drive starts at the 21. It's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. Short pass taken in by the tight end. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
2nd and 6.
Mahomes now on 2nd down. That's going to be incomplete. Good work by the defender. Bodied his man up. Wouldn't allow the catch. It'll force 3rd down.
3rd down and 6 yards to go.
Patrick to throw. And that is incomplete. Contact, but no flags. Going to be fourth down.
I just don't like the look of this passing game, Mike. It just seems a bit erratic. On top of the 2 straight incompletions, they've already turned the ball over through the air. And truthfully, with how dangerous some of these throws have been, they're lucky it hasn't been even more.
And they're going to get the first down. They were forced to go for it, and it's going to work out for them.
That's good for a Kansas City.
Mahomes now to throw again. This one not quite on target. Let him too much, and that one falls incomplete.
He was covered by Travis Hunter.
To the air once more, it's Mahomes. And he's out of bounds up beyond the 45-yard line. 2 first downs, and they're at the 46 now. It's 1st and 10. Kirk is the motion man. Right back to the air for Mahomes. And good yardage there after the catch. They'll wind up with a gain of 7 on first down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the Jaguars' 47-yard line.
Throwing again, it's Mahomes. Oh, they're on him in a flash, and he lost the football. The Jaguars have it.
That was a great play by the defense, Mike. He got a little sloppy with ball security as he leaves the pocket. They're able to knock it loose and put an end to this drive.
The Jaguars offense ready to come back out for this next possession. And it's looking like the win streak to start the year is going to continue for another week. What a tremendous performance here as they are out to finish this one off. They run with Walker. Down the sideline, inside the 25. And he will go all the way. Kenneth Walker, touchdown Jaguars. That his 16th touchdown of the year. Greg, that's one of those scores where it's not completely over, but it's getting to be about that time.
Yeah, Mike, I just think they're entering miracle stage right now, and I just don't think there's any coming back from this deficit.
Extra point by Little is good. And the Jaguars will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter. Little now following the touchdown, out to kick this one away. This taken at the 5. Whoa! He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. So, here comes the KC offense set to take over once more. Mahomes going to fire quickly to Worthy. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Play fake. Now it's Mahomes. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force 3rd down. Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Mike, this isn't real complicated. You're just not going to win a lot of NFL games when you continue to give up sacks at the rate that they are. I mean, this is just a complete disaster for this offensive line, and if they don't get it fixed, this game could be a runaway.
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. And that is not going to work. It is incomplete. They go for it on 4th and wind up turning it over on down. The Jags offense ready for this next possession. And it would appear that the open week a week ago came just at the right time. They've dominated the proceedings here in the 4th quarter. On the ground, it's Walker. And a very very elusive run there. He winds up gaining about 9 yards.
The 21-yard line.
2nd and 1 now from the 21.
Brings up 2nd and a yard.
Here's a handoff to Walker, running to the left. And this is going to be a big loss. He kept retreating, looking for an escape hatch, found nothing. And they get him down well behind the line.
I can promise you that when that play caller sent that second and short play in, he never imagined his next play call would be 3rd and long. But after that loss there, that's the case, and he's got to be scratching his head.
That's going to be incomplete. They cannot hook up there. And that takes us to the 2-minute warning. Cam Little for this field goal attempt. This a 46-yard attempt. 3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Jaguars add on to their lead.
17.
I think at this point in the game, Mike, when you have things under control, not only were they able to hold on to the ball for a while, they still were able to manage to add 3 points.
Tyreek now to return it. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. The Chiefs offense make their way out to take over once more. Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. To throw is Mahomes. To the left side in the hands of Rice. It is 2nd and 6.
Out of bounds at the 42-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now
from the shotgun. It's Mahomes. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. This is 3rd and 6.
And 6 yards to go.
Mahomes. Out wide, setting up the screen for Rice. Now the Chiefs can call the first of their timeouts. And they'll have a chance to talk things over after picking up that first down.
Good for a Kansas City Chiefs.
The throw is Mahomes. They go right back to Rice. He's got it again. 2nd down, they need 7.
Out of bounds at the 45-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 7.
Throwing now, Mahomes. That one's incomplete. Good coverage there. Made it uncomfortable for the receiver. Couldn't hang with it, and it brings up 3rd down. Now, Mahomes. They'll try to set up the screen here. And he's out of bounds, down inside the 35. Set to go now on 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Here's Mahomes. That one out of the reach of the receiver's outstretched arms. It is incomplete. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Throwing is Mahomes. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down.
To Xavier Worthy. That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd.
Throwing is Mahomes. He's got his man. It's Hill. Now KC going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. Get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining.
Kansas City Chiefs. 1st down.
Here's Patrick. He'll throw it on 1st down. Well, that's going to be incomplete. Coverage very stout there. That's going to bring up 2nd down.
2nd and 10.
Mahomes back in trouble, and he's going to be taken down. Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Motion man is Rice. 3rd and long for Mahomes. Working the right side, taken in by Rice. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up 4th down. Here's Mahomes. That's taken in. And this is going to be a touchdown. It's too little too late. They do get a bit closer as they score here in the final minute of play.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. Two guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
Looking to double up here, score the touchdown. They want more. They're lining up for an onside kick. And he'll be taken down. We'll see if they want to use that final timeout or not, but things are pretty much spoken for. The Jaguars offense and Kenneth Walker ready to take over once more. And before this drive starts, I want to take a look at the current race to see who's going to take home the award of NFL Most Valuable Player. Only one timeout remaining for the defense as they take a knee. So it is a win for our visitors, the Jaguars. Their winning ways continue. They've yet to be stopped as they remain unbeaten in the month of November. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. With that, good night from Kansas City.